Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with a video today for a customer. To follow up, I made a video I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago about a returned tcon board that the customer said wasn't working. They returned it along with theirs. This is our old tcon board. I think the video that I made back then was interrupted because somebody walked in while as I was testing their board. But their board was faulty, and it still is faulty, and it still hasn't been serviced. They believed us that their tcon was bad and that ours was good, but based from the fact that we had sent them a working tcon board and their TV was still misbehaving, we told them that the problem is probably with their main board, that one, and we asked them to send their main board back, and they did. And it was indeed misbehaving, and it is working now. So first I want to show that the whole thing is working. Our tcon board, and I'm just going to focus on something that is more or less unique on the board so that they know I'm actually going to do it in a second on something even more unique. And this is their board, and I'm going to also be focusing on something quite unique on it. Because it is interesting, really, how did it come that two boards fail at the same time, something that is fairly rare. And I've been wondering about it until I found something. So this is the proof that the two work together well. I'm going to turn off the TV because the interesting point is somewhere else. The first thing that I want to show is that our tcon board has a little, I think I've done this before, no, not this particular one. Our tcon board has a little burn mark here on this connector that you can see, and despite of it, it still works. I'm going to release that because we won't be needing it, and that serves as a unique mark on the board. Pardon the quality of video, but I still don't have a designated operator. I'm going to come up with something that will allow me to make those videos while I release my hands. Head on camera or something like that. Alright, this is not so important. What I want to be focusing on is here. This can be released as well. Just careful. Alright, this goes down. What I want to show you is here on that board, because as I said, I was curious how come two boards have failed at the same time. I have seen each one of them fail. Just the odds of it. It's not impossible, but the odds of the two boards failing at the same time are very low. And we did reflow that one because the problem that was there with it was still existing. And after we reflowed it professionally on the $10,000 machine you could have seen in our other videos, specifically this one. This is where we reflow them. So what we did reflow it, and there was still a problem. It didn't have sound. And we started looking carefully in it and eventually come up to find this. I'm zooming on it as the backside of the customer's board. What you see here is a scratch. Just a scratch that goes from here to there. And that scratch had interrupted a number of those tracks. Specifically, two of them measured as interrupted. But we redid all of them. All of them are bridged and jumped now and cleaned, and the sound came back. It could have been worse. It could have been cut something that would have thrown us off track. It could have been that we didn't see that. My guess is that customer just, in all fairness, I cannot swear this was customer. It could have been us because we found that out after reflowing and testing the board. But it would explain why they had a problem with both boards at the same time, something which by itself is hard enough. And I also wanted to tell you, why do you guys pay premium to some vendors and you pay dirt cheap on others on eBay? There were 2 tracks that were bad here, that tested bad, but we redid all of them. That's the thing to do. That's the right thing to do, and that is why some services are better than others. Best of luck.